Tal, explain what is happening, because this is the end where the Palestinians are being released. These are individuals who are in prison. Even though they're women and, quote, children, some of them have a history of some pretty serious stuff.
Exactly. It's important, Rita, that you're highlighting this fact that there's no equivalency here. Israel is getting back women, mothers who were forcibly, removed from their communities, from their homes, taken into Gaza by Hamas mass terrorists with their children. Some of them had their husbands being murdered. Their husbands were taking hostages as well. Their communities were totally shattered. And in exchange, as per the deal, we are releasing prisoners. Some of them attempted to stab Israelis, attempted to throw Molotov cocktails at Israelis. They wanted to kill Israelis. So these are the people that we are releasing in exchange, because we are so committed to this principle that as a nation, we are leaving nobody behind. And the enemies that we're fighting against, Rita, you know what's their principle? Hamas say that they openly say that they want to sacrifice the Palestinian population of Gaza to reach their sick goal of obliterating the Jewish state. And I can tell you that we hope to see the process that we saw yesterday successfully repeating today. And I can tell you that back home in Israel, people are watching, glued to their TV screens, watching images and sobbing. Really sobbing. We are still living in the October 7th moment today.
Well, I'll tell you, I have tears in my eyes when I saw even some of the images this morning that were played from yesterday of the little boy running over and seeing his family.
Oh,
and my father was a prisoner of war. So I'll tell you, this is very emotional for me when I see Israeli prisoners coming out, and I pray that all of them, all 240, get out. Shahar, we know from history, too, as Tal just hit on, the fact when Gilad, who was the soldier, I think of years ago, he was held for 5 years, you all know, 1,027 Palestinians got out, including the leader of Hamas. That's why, as we're looking at these images, this is a very dangerous situation for Israel.
This is a very dangerous situation for Israel, but it's also clear that Israel stands on the side of civilization, fighting the darkest form of barbarism. There is nothing more palpable, visible, manifested in the Israeli desire for life than the communal global hug that was given yesterday to the people who returned from being held by the monsters of Hamas. The image of Ohad Monder being held by the monsters of Hamas is the nightmare of every parent. But we stand together against this death cult. We will do all that we can to bring back our prisoners home, to bring back our hostages home, and we will defeat Hamas. Let's not be forgotten that this is the overarching goal. Hamas will no longer be a viable entity on Israel's southern border, not now, not forever.
You know, Tal, as we're watching these images again of these individuals who are getting out, we're, of course, waiting for the images at any moment, guys. Hopefully we see the hostages coming out. We don't know if Americans are of the batch. They're holding 10 Americans, as we know, as we speak. Tal, what is the message you want to say to the world? Because when I saw these women and children, these are animals. This is who they captured. This is who they took, and you have to release these in return. But you have no choice. I mean, the world is watching this moment.
It is. I'll pick it up from where my friend here just mentioned. He talked about a boy, a 9-year-old boy named Ohad, who was released yesterday, and hopefully today we'll see the release of more children. And Rita, we want to be able to tell these Israeli children that Hamas will never, ever again lay their dirty hands on them. They will never kidnap them again and never rain missiles on their communities. We want to tell them that they're safe. Right now, I don't think we can 100% tell them that they're safe, because Hamas is still in power in the Gaza Strip. And it is important on this day where we have a humanitarian pause in the fighting in Gaza to mention that we will accomplish both goals of this operation. One, to bring back all the hostages home. This is not enough. And second, we will eradicate this pure evil called Hamas in Gaza.
So the goal is still, even though this is a pause, the goal is still solid.
Indeed.